make sure that the stage is not too big? How do you stay within yourselves, although it's now the postseason?
I think just the long season kind of lends itself to that. We've obviously played a lot of high leverage games. We've played extra innings, games against our division rivals, and those were really intense. We had a lot of fans behind us then. So I think those experiences kind of allow these next games to not get too big and too crazy.
I was going to ask, playing for Terry Francona, and what have you most learned in this full season working with him?
Yeah. First of all, he stresses out the long season. Does a really good job of kind of managing our mental and our physical at the same time. We talked about it before, but I think he does a really good job of encouraging us and kind of working us along. I think he has an unbelievable feel in seeing that if like a guy or is kind of down, he'll talk to them. If a team's kind of sluggish, he'll have a team meeting, but he never overloads on the meetings. Yeah, the feel on him is truly amazing. He's great first manager for me to play it for.
Does having played Tampa Bay just a week or so ago, does that give you any advantage? Does that mean anything going into this series?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely fresher in the memory of kind of how the pitchers approached us, how the hitters approached our pitchers. It's more fresh in the mind. You don't have to go back from the film to kind of see some stuff. The arms are going to be more recent. So I think all those kind of things help out, especially because they were at home with us too. So it's definitely an advantage, I would say.
Stephen, how has your game developed and evolved from a defensive standpoint this year?
Yeah, it's definitely been a little difficult kind of playing a whole year in left. Played all in the minors and in college in center field, but obviously we have the best center fielder in baseball with Miles. So pushing over to left has been a little bit of an adjustment, but I think it's been good. Obviously, we have a really good staff. Huddy kind of takes us out on the field every day, keeps us accountable with all these kind of things. And also having Miles track all that ground in left center helps a ton too. So it's just being consistent with the work, not getting overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, trusting in kind of the positioning that Huddy puts us in, and then just executing that every day and not overthinking it.
Stephen, since moving into the leadoff spot, how do you think that changed your game and how it affected the rest of the offense?
I don't know if it changed my game too much. I remember earlier in the year when I was in the 2-hole, coaches were saying that a lot of the good things that I do is kind of see a lot of pitches for the guys behind us, like Jose, Franmil at the time. And I think in the leadoff spot, that just allows that even more, kind of see what the pitchers got that day, kind of get a feeler out for that. And, hopefully that allows for kind of the guys behind me to ambush the first pitch or just feel a little more comfortable in the box. I think that's kind of the big thing for me is just, I want to give all my guys the best look I can. And, if I get on base, that's a plus, but it's really playing the long game. We're shooting for 2 or 3 at bats to get the starter, and then hopefully we can wear him down.
You seem such a natural as a leadoff hitter. Do you hope to stay there for the rest of your career now?
I mean, it is what it is. I've been in there kind of my whole life, so it's kind of a home that I can't get away from. But I mean, honestly, as long as I'm useful to the team, wherever in the lineup, that's all I can hope for. You obviously have kind of ideas of where you'd like to be, but at the end of the day, as long as the team's winning and we're rolling along, it really doesn't matter.
Are there some similarities to? I think I've heard you say college ball here, whether it be the youth of your team, the style. What reminds you of college?
Yeah, 100%. I think maybe it might be a little cheesy, but first off, it's just kind of how we pull for each other. When I was in the minors, I kind of heard that Major League Ball can be really selfish. You kind of have to look out for yourself. It's not a great play. It's business first and then baseball, but here it doesn't feel like that. I think we really pull for each other. We want each other to succeed. It's not like looking over your shoulder the whole time. And then in terms of baseball, yeah, like getting the guy over. I mean, we bunt. I don't know how many times I see other teams bunt. Sac flies are a big thing. First to thirds are really big. It's the small details that are really rewarding to see pay off as opposed to just waiting for the home run or waiting for that big inning.
We won't see the finalized playoff roster until probably tomorrow morning, but we've seen some instances where you and Will Brennan and Miles are all in the outfield together. You're all center fielders. You're all playing in different positions now. Are there unique challenges to having 3 center fielders essentially all out in the outfield like that at the same time?
I don't think so. I think if anything, it's a benefit. We understand kind of the role of what center field does, and we're able to kind of give leeway to the center fielder in those like balls in the gaps or anything. We understand our roles. I think I think that's a good thing that we're all had center field practice before, because it kind of gives us all those different experiences, and we're not just confined to one role. So I think it helps.
What's it been like getting to know the kids in the chess club? And can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Chess was kind of something I picked up last year in spring training, and it's been kind of like a really steady kind of hobby. But I knew there was levels to it. Like me and Will Benson would play, and me and him would go back and forth. But then you see these kids are really, really good. They're like top 10 in the nation chess club, and they walk in with different confidence. They know what move you're already doing, and they're like talking smack while they're doing it. It's like there's levels to it, which is fun. And at the end of the day, also, like, I ask them questions about it, and they're really patient with me. They walk me through a lot of stuff, kind of like why this doesn't work, why this does work. It's been a lot of fun, just kind of like furthering my hobby, but also they're great kids. They've been through obviously a good amount of hardship, and just being able to kind of level with them on something, I think is really rewarding.
Are they here tomorrow or watching you on TV?
I hope they're here tomorrow. I know some of them. Okay, well, it sounds like they're going to be here. I know they have homecoming on Saturday, and one of them was like, yeah, I'm going to skip homecoming to come. I'm like, don't skip homecoming. But we have the early game, so maybe they'll be able to make it out, but I think they'll be here this weekend.
All right, we got Jose here as well.
Thank you. Thank you. You good? You guys want water?